I thought I would do a video today on probably one of the most common questions that I get asked from people who are not clients here at Trading Mastery. And that is, how do I know what shares to keep? How do I know what companies to get rid of? I really don't understand what portfolio I've got. This really comes down to one key thing. It comes down to the fact that they haven't bought shares in that business with an owner's mindset and a shareholder's mindset. They've bought shares in the business because they just think the price is going to go up. So when it comes to the decision making of, I don't know whether or not I should sell these shares because they've gone down in value, that's always the question that's asked, is you need to ask yourself a few key questions. Number one is, what do you know about that business? Is it within your circle of competence? Is a business that you know well? Do you understand the financials of the business? Because if you don't, then the probability is you shouldn't be a shareholder. The other point that is really simplified even further than that is that if you were the custodian of your family's money, let's assume that your family had $10 million and you were given that $10 million to look after, and that was going to look after your family's future. It was going to look after your aunties, your uncles, their kids, their financial futures, their schools, where they go to work, all those sort of things in the future. Now, I know that's a hypothetical, but just hear me out. If you were in charge of that money, would you invest it in the business that you own? Would you invest that money and own shares in that company? And if the answer is no, then why own one share? Why speculate with 5,000 or 10,000 or even $100 and buy some shares in a business that you think might go up in value? Think about it from a big picture perspective. Would you be prepared to own the entire business if you could afford to? Would you be prepared to put your family's money in and own that company? If the answer is no, I don't know what it is. I don't know what its profits are. I don't know who the CEO is. I don't know anything about what the company does. Then you shouldn't own one single share. Tonight in our live training, I'm doing a company profile on a company, American Express, the credit card business. Now, an American Express is the type of company that if you said to me, Andrew, that's the only company you could own with your family's money, I'd be more than comfortable with that. Now, it's not in my portfolio. I can't own every business, but I'm just telling you that's a golden triangle business. It's a company that can be trusted. It's a company that's going to endure over time. And there are so many people that send me emails and communicate with me and say, hey, AB, I've got this portfolio, but I just don't know what to sell. I don't know what to keep. Maybe it might recover. Ask yourself that simple question. If all your family's money was wrapped up in that business, would you be comfortable for the next 10, 20, 30 years? And if the answer is no, don't own a single share. Don't think about whether or not the price is going to go up next week or next month. The price is irrelevant as to what the company is doing. People think the share price of a company tells them how the business is performing. The share price means nothing. If someone walks past my house here in Noosa and says, hey, Andrew, I'll give you $800,000 for your house, who cares? I'm not going to accept his offer because I know I'm sitting on a great quality assets. And it's exactly the same in the share market. When you own shares in great quality businesses, every now and again, people will be willing to offer you crazy prices for your shares. And only the fools that don't know those businesses will sell. And they'll usually sell out at the bottom because they're just looking at the price. They're not giving a consideration to the company and what that company is going to produce over the years ahead, and as an owner's mindset on. If you have an owner's mindset about every decision you make in the share market, you will make really good, logical, rational decisions over time. Forget about the price of whether or not it's going to go up next week or next month. Worry about whether that business is still going to be around in 5 or 10 years, grinding away, making more profits. Because if it is, that's the type of business you want to own, so long as you understand it. I hope that's helpful. Have a great day.